Welcome to Florence, Italy. Day one of our Florence adventure begins at Rome's Termini station, where we caught the high-speed train bound for the heart of Tuscany, or at least attempted to. Don't make the same mistake we did, looking for Florence or Firenze on the departures board. It will say Venezia, which is the last station the train visits. We missed the train and had to rebuy the tickets since there are no refunds for missed trains. Once we were safely on board and departed from the station, the city gave way to rolling hills and golden fields, and we settled in for the 90-minute ride north. Next stop, Florence. Let the journey begin. You can't visit Florence without standing in awe beneath Brunelleschi's dome. Built in the 15th century, this engineering marvel was the largest of its kind and still dominates the skyline today. Filippo Brunelleschi defied the odds, using innovative techniques that architects still study centuries later. Climbing to the top rewards you with one of the best views in all of Florence. It's breathtaking, in more ways than one. Right next door stands Giotto's bell tower, slender, elegant, and covered in intricate marble. At 84 meters tall, it's a masterpiece of Gothic architecture, designed by the great Giotto himself. Climb the 414 steps for a different perspective, a stunning rooftop view of the Duomo's dome and beyond. It's not just a bell tower, it's a vertical gallery of art and history. At the heart of it all is the Cathedral of Santa Maria del Fiore, Florence's spiritual and architectural crown jewel. The sheer scale of the interior is awe-inspiring. Quiet, reverent, and filled with centuries of history, it offers a peaceful escape from the bustling piazza outside. But the real masterpiece lies above, Giorgio Vasari and Federico Zuccari's breathtaking fresco, The Last Judgment. Spanning over 3,600 square meters, it's one of the largest frescoes in the world, vivid, powerful, and filled with movement. From Brunelleschi's dome to the artwork inside, every inch of this cathedral tells a story of faith, vision, and Renaissance genius. Just across from the Duomo stands the Baptistery of St. John, one of the oldest buildings in Florence. These stunning bronze doors took over 27 years to complete. Each panel tells a biblical story with incredible depth and artistry. Inside, you're greeted by a breathtaking mosaic ceiling that glows in gold, a medieval masterpiece showing the Last Judgment and scenes from Genesis. The baptistry's octagonal shape symbolizes renewal, fitting for a space where generations of Florentines, including Dante, were baptized. In a city filled with wonders, the baptistry offers a moment of quiet majesty. Republic Square, or Piazza della Repubblica, is Florence's elegant heart, a blend of history and modern life. It's the perfect place to pause, sip a coffee, and take in the rhythm of the city.
Dici qualcosa che pensi, se solo lo copia di mille riassunti, leggera, leggera, si bagna, la fiamma rimane la cera e tu non ci sei più. lasciami sognare in pace.
Few places capture the romance of Florence like the Ponte Vecchio. This medieval bridge is unlike any other. Built in 1345, the Ponte Vecchio is famous for its rows of shops. Originally butchers, now home to glittering goldsmiths and jewelers. Even today, the bridge is a celebration of craftsmanship, each shop brimming with tradition, detail, and Florentine elegance. Many of the workshops have been passed down for generations, keeping alive techniques that date back to the Renaissance. The pieces sold here aren't just jewelry, they're miniature works of art, reflecting centuries of Florentine style. At sunset, the bridge transforms. Golden reflections ripple across the Arno, and the atmosphere turns poetic. It's a place where history, artistry, and everyday life meet, and everyone stops to savor the moment. The Ponte Vecchio isn't just a landmark, it's a living piece of history, a symbol of survival, beauty, and the timeless spirit of Florence. Just a short walk from the Ponte Vecchio brings you to Piazza Santa Trinita, a quiet, refined square with deep historical roots. This piazza is surrounded by elegant Renaissance palaces like Palazzo Spini-Ferroni, now home to the Salvatore Ferragamo Museum. It's a place where luxury fashion and centuries-old architecture meet, and where you can pause to enjoy Florence at a slower pace. At its center stands the Column of Justice, an ancient Roman column brought from the baths of Caracalla and topped with a statue of justice. Though often overlooked, Piazza Santa Trinita is a perfect example of the city's understated charm, rich with history, yet never demanding the spotlight. No trip to Florence is complete without visiting the Uffizi Gallery, one of the most important art museums in the world. This began day 2 of our Florence, Italy adventure. Inside this Renaissance palace, you'll find masterpieces from Botticelli, Michelangelo, Caravaggio, Raphael, and Leonardo da Vinci. The museum itself is a work of art, its long corridors lined with sculptures, arched ceilings, and windows overlooking the Arno River. But the true star of the Uffizi is Sandro Botticelli's iconic painting, The Birth of Venus. Painted in the late 1400s, this ethereal masterpiece shows the goddess Venus emerging from the sea on a shell, a vision of divine beauty carried by the wind and welcomed by the goddess of spring. With flowing hair, soft contours, and delicate expressions, Botticelli captured more than just a myth. He created one of the most enduring images of Renaissance art. Standing in front of it, you'll notice how time seems to slow. There's an emotional stillness that draws you in, making it hard to look away. And beyond Venus, the Uffizi is filled with rooms of color, drama, and light, each telling a part of Florence's artistic soul. Whether you're an art lover or a casual visitor, the Uffizi leaves a lasting impression. Running above the bustling streets of Florence, hidden in plain sight, is one of the city's most intriguing landmarks, the Vasari Corridor. Commissioned in 1565 by Duke Cosimo I de' Medici, the corridor was built in just 5 months by architect Giorgio Vasari. Its purpose? To give the Medici family a safe and private path between their residence at Palazzo Pitti and the government offices at Palazzo Vecchio. Stretching nearly a kilometer, the corridor winds above the Ponte Vecchio and through buildings and churches, offering a unique, elevated view of the city. Originally off limits to the public, the corridor is now open for guided tours as of December 2024. And inside, you will have the opportunity to wander, where few outside of the Medici have gone. As you walk the corridor, you're not just tracing the footsteps of Florence's most powerful family, you're stepping through a secret artery of Renaissance life. It's quiet, secluded, and filled with stories, a hidden masterpiece connecting Florence's political, artistic, and personal history. Just across the Arno River stands the Grand Pitti Palace, once the residence of Florence's most powerful families. Originally built in the 15th century for banker Luca Pitti, the palace was later bought by the Medici, transforming it into a royal residence. Today, the Pitti Palace is a cultural treasure trove, housing several museums under one roof, including the Palatine Gallery, filled with Renaissance masterpieces by Raphael, Titian, and Rubens. Each room is a blend of lavish architecture and artistic genius, where ceiling frescoes and golden frames compete for your attention. The palace also opens up into the stunning Boboli Gardens, an outdoor museum of sculptures, fountains, and sweeping views of Florence. Walking through the Pitti Palace is like stepping into the pages of Florentine history, grand, elegant, and endlessly fascinating. The Boboli Gardens behind Pitti Palace are Florence's green heart, a stunning mix of nature and art. Wander through shaded paths, classical statues, and fountains that stretch up the hillside, offering one of the best panoramic views of the city. Tucked away in the heart of Florence, the Museo di Palazzo Davanzati offers a rare glimpse into a wealthy medieval Florentine home. This is a must-see place that is rarely mentioned in other Florence videos. Once the residence of the Davanzati family, the building dates back to the 14th century and preserves frescoed walls, antique furniture, and everyday objects. Each room tells a story, from the vivid Lady of the Toilette fresco in the bedroom to the hidden staircases and original kitchen. It's a quiet gem, transporting you straight into Renaissance domestic life and one of our favorite stops in Florence. Welcome to the Basilica di San Lorenzo. This was the parish church of the powerful Medici family and the beginning of our third day in Florence. Tucked inside San Lorenzo is the Sagrestia Nuova, Michelangelo's sculpted chapel of saints, sarcophagi, and soaring symbolism. Just behind San Lorenzo, the Medici chapels house the grand tombs of Florence's most powerful dynasty. Step into the Chapel of the Princes, and you're surrounded by inlaid marble, glittering semi-precious stones, and Baroque grandeur. We were blown away by its majesty. It's a dramatic tribute to the Medici legacy, where wealth, politics, and artistry converge in one breathtaking space. A short walk from San Lorenzo brings you to the Central Market, Florence's lively hub for food lovers and curious travelers alike. Downstairs, you'll find vendors offering fresh produce, meats, fish, cheeses, and classic Tuscan ingredients. The variety is endless, but it's not just groceries. You'll spot counters selling handmade pasta, truffle products, olive oils, and all kinds of salami. It's a great way to connect with Florence's culinary roots and a place where locals and visitors mix in one bustling, fragrant, authentic atmosphere. Upstairs, the food hall adds a modern twist, offering everything from wood-fired pizza to gourmet desserts, all freshly prepared on the spot. Rising above Piazza della Signoria, the Palazzo Vecchio is Florence's fortress-like town hall, part palace, part museum, and all history. Built in the 13th century, it became the seat of Florentine government and the heart of civic life. Inside, grand chambers are adorned with frescoes, sculptures, and rich tapestries, especially the jaw-dropping Salone dei Cinquecento, where the power of Renaissance Florence is on full display. Explore the ornate chambers, secret passageways, and grand halls where Medici dukes once ruled. The Palazzo Vecchio is more than a building. It's a symbol of Florence's bold, artistic, and political soul. For the best view in Florence, head up the Arnolfo Tower. Climbing its 223 steps rewards you with an unforgettable 360-degree panorama over the city's rooftops, domes, and distant hills. It's a bit of a workout, but every step is worth the view. Just a short walk away, the Galleria dell'Accademia is home to one of the most famous sculptures in the world, Michelangelo's David. Carved from a single block of marble in the early 1500s, David stands over 17 feet tall, a masterpiece of anatomical precision and Renaissance idealism. Every muscle, every vein, every detail captures both human beauty and divine inspiration. And while David may steal the show, the museum also features other works by Michelangelo, early Renaissance paintings, and fascinating musical instruments. One of the most overlooked gems in the Galleria dell'Accademia is the Plaster Casts Gallery, a quiet, inspiring space filled with full-scale models used to train generations of artists. Lining the walls are casts of classical sculptures and Renaissance masterpieces, a who's who of art history in pale white. These plaster forms let you see the detail and scale of works that live in far corners of Europe, all gathered under one skylit roof. It's peaceful, less crowded, and perfect for taking in the contours, craft, and creativity that define Florence's legacy.
Bravo!
There you go, it's the same. I forgot what your welcome was. Prego.
We hoped you enjoyed our 3-day tour of Florence and can use this video to help plan your own trip. If planned appropriately, you too can fit this much into your trip. Be sure to see our other Italy videos as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.
Detto, quanto anni hai detto? 5. 8. Bravo.